What's good, y'all? This Too Real Sports where we keep it way too real.
Unapologetic, unbiased. Les
Uh-huh.
Mitri's talking about the Cowboys. Uncensored.
Oh man, this is a very exciting time of the year. This is when football, basketball, and baseball, the trifecta.
All collide together real
Oh
quick.
man, so yeah, we heading right into October. So we just gonna run through a little bit what we gonna do today. We gonna talk about basketball, a little NFL.
Little couple of shout outs, of course, how we do a sport politics at the end of the show.
Yeah,
Top it off.
unfortunately, we have to begrudgingly talk about what's going on with, your president.
All the Ray Lewis and the knees and the kneeling and the together locking arms and all that BS. So we're going to get to that.
Yeah, we want to keep it. This going to be the first and last time we're going to talk about any of this because, we want to keep everything sports, but we got to do it. It's one of those things. So let's, basketball.
Woo-hoo!
Basketball.
Woo-hoo!
NBA preseason starts Saturday.
Yeah, I didn't even know that until you told me that earlier.
Yeah, I didn't know that till I just happened to Google it just randomly last night, and I'm like, oh, this Saturday. So it's a lot going on.
Yeah, man. Another OKC.
Uh-huh.
Another OKC with it.
Since you started there, I like, me, I like to brag. I like to be right. couple months ago.
Yeah, I can't front.
Couple months ago.
Yeah.
Little whispers, Rockets was heavy favorites. Who else was in the mix?
They were supposed to because that's exactly where he
Yeah,
wanted to
they
go,
were
though.
supposed to.
Yeah.
And OKC name came up, and I did say that's where he was going. For me, I felt it was.
You did say that.
I felt they had the most pieces, and I think they got the best GM in the game, Sam Presti.
They got and the Knicks got the worst front office in the game because they
I don't
got
know what the
nothing.
Knicks
They
is
ain't getting nobody, man. They ain't getting nobody from Melo, man.
I don't know who over there working for the Knicks. It's kind of like
Jim Dolan over there is working for the Knicks. That's what you need to know. That's the worst owner in sports right there.
It's like the owner from what was the baseball movie where they was tanking?
Little Big League, the lady.
Yeah. Like I don't know what's going on over there. So,
I'm not mad at Melo for wanting to get out of there.
Oh, yeah, he had
Melo did what he had to do for the Knicks.
Yeah.
The only time he had a team, he was an MVP candidate. Knicks went to the second round for the first time, and God knows how long. And he balled out for us. So Melo always gonna have love for New York. He gonna have love and respect. You know what I'm saying? Die-hard Knicks fan and all that. But I'm an OKC fan now. I'm doing what everybody else do. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Everybody do it for every other year for years. Now I'm coming joining the party. OKC, we here. Let's do it. Russell Westbrook, PG, Melo. Let's do it. I can't wait. I finally get involved in all the arguments. I get to get on Twitter and get crazy and all that. I can't just sit back and watch no more and just defend the Knicks and out here looking crazy. So it's going down.
Hey, listen, man. I'm open with it. Cowboys, Yankees, I'm diehard. I kind of NBA, I ain't got time for all this diehard loyalty to a franchise, and I'm going into the year knowing I'm gonna lose. No, I got favorite players. Whoever my favorite player is, I'm rocking with you. Wherever you going, LeBron is not one of them. I know that's the LeBron excuse, so let me get out the way. LeBron is not one, but Russell Westbrook. So we OKC, everybody, all Knicks fans. Got love for Melo, come through.
Yeah, I'm fronting. I'm still a Knicks fan, but yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, y'all unfortunately are loyal to a fault, which is beautiful. I really want y'all to win that shit.
Now it's time to rebuild. We're in the real rebuilding stage. And matter of fact, we're not gonna talk. I don't even want to do it for the Knicks right now, but we're in rebuilding stage right now. But it's OKC and Melo on them now, making the second favorites now. The first it was hands down Houston with CP3. They bump Houston down to 3.
Well, for one, I think Houston is going to be worse with CP3.
Nah,
I think Houston gonna be worse.
No Chris Paul team ever been worse. The guy got worse since he's got there.
See, I like James Harden at the 1. All this we gonna play 2-1. No, I like James Harden at the 1. He a matchup headache that way. I like the decision making. He just came off a career year. Switching positions and then you switch him back.
Every point going down 26 and 4 career year, especially if you're that caliber of player. But he's doing too much offensively. He's like he got he does everything. He got bring the ball up. He got pass it. He got score. He's doing way too much. And talking about why he don't play defense. That's why he don't play no damn defense. I'm saying he's doing everything. But
it worked out.
Yeah, not in the long run. It looked good for the regular season, but not in the long run.
So with Chris Paul, we know Chris Paul is a tough teammate.
Yeah.
He's a tough teammate. James Harden is a superstar.
That's James Harden's team. Every team CP3 been at has been his team. I don't care. He got that late. That's my team. Let's do this.
I can't see Chris Paul letting it be another player's team.
He don't have no choice. He at this point in his career, and the caliber of play James Harden is, he don't got no damn choice.
He's just that alpha, typical little big man. I just can't see it. You know, I just can't.
He got the little Napoleon complex always trying to, but he cannot. He can't do it with James Harden.
I think they should have stuck with it was, but
who's the better player?
Who
right now?
Who? James Harden, Chris Paul.
Yeah,
James Harden.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and CP3 know that. He know that. I don't think he's gonna do that. And then any point guard, any point guard like Dame 26. Yeah, splash. And he gonna shoot. He gonna probably average. He gonna watch James Harden lead the league in points. He gonna lead the NBA in points this year. CP3 gonna be knocking them down, setting them up all year. Every point guard loves the D'Antoni system. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out.
Chris Paul is a Chris Paul system. Pick and roll, whatever you want. Floor general, I'm gonna pound the ball for 20 seconds. So I mean, we gonna say I think they're gonna get worse. I like James Harden at the 1. Like I said, we just say he had a career year, so I wouldn't have messed that up.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if they wound up having a better record than OKC. Because, that's like any D'Antoni, like, not to keep on mentioning it, but any D'Antoni team with players, they win a lot of games throughout the regular season. Mm-hmm. So I won't be surprised if OKC mess around and be 3rd or 4th, because, Spurs still going to win.
OKC? Oh, no, I got OKC second, definitely.
How many games think they going to win this year?
In the 50s.
They're going to be in the 50s, but, Spurs going to be right up there, too, and then, Golden State going to be like 16.
I'd say third, second.
Third, second.
Only thing I'm scared of with OKC is Paul George. Yeah. Everybody, there's always been this spin on Westbrook being selfish. I don't take him as that. You can't. He's gotten turned out, especially now with the triple-double. So he won his triple-double. So I think if you get him his triple-double, that's New York City. If you want that triple-double, that's all he wants. So he going to get his 20-something. Melo is a scorer. No matter who you put on the court with him, he was always the leading scorer with the Olympic team. So he's a scorer. But also playing with the Olympic team, he can play with superstars. It's not something totally new.
Have they all been on the Olympic team together before? They had to be, right?
Yeah.
Melo's still playing. Yeah.
But that might have been the year Paul George broke his leg.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You absolutely right. I think you're all right about that.
So they could play with each other. They could play with superstars. So all that superstars on that.
Everybody told all that. How all three ISO players gonna get it done. Come on, man. I don't want to hear all that. They basketball players. They pros. They veterans. And I think they it's gonna take time to get their chemistry, but they're gonna get it together. And they're gonna be right at the top of the Western Conference. Probably at the end of it, when it's all said and done too, against OKC. Against Golden State. Cause they're gonna beat at the end.
Yeah. Plus, I think they're smart enough, and a lot of people, a lot of players, unfortunately now understand the Warriors is who we gotta beat. You know what I'm saying? So we have to come together. I can't do this where I'm at by myself. You can't do. We have to. So all that. I'm the best at that. But the reason why I say Paul George scares me because of the quote of the MVP. I'm going for it. Now Melo wasn't there.
Wait, Tom. He said that after he got the OKC.
Yeah, that was after OKC.
Nah, he got to chill. He got all the way chill.
So the mind state already is like Paul George to me is one of the. I'm gonna make some of the same cases from when we talk about the Cavs in a second for Isaiah Thomas. But Paul George for me is one of those players who's good. He's an in-betweener. He's in between superstar and he's an in-between star. But he'll never be a superstar. But he's a little better than a star that you always hope he's gonna take that next step, but he's not. And Paul George is one of those players I think where he thinks he's better than what he is. Because he kind of gets superstar treatment borderline and gets looked at that because we always waiting for that next step. And my example is him with the late game shots. Being 0 for 8.
And that's trying to kind of expose his mental. Then what he says in the press, like what he said in the press conference, I can't. For me, he said some real outrageous. I can't get it off my mind. I can't get it to the top of my mind right now. But now he's coming in and talking about I'm gonna be MVP. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah. So
that's what it seemed. Imagine going there with that mindset. you got Melo sitting there doing this thing, and he's thinking, and Westbrook doing this thing. I'm not getting enough shots. He's sitting there moping around with the sad face and acting or whatever. And like, come on, man, you know these mental fragile new dudes be out here. Yeah. He's starting to like come off that to me. So hopefully,
very much so.
Hopefully that doesn't happen. But if it does, and I don't think he's staying. He's not staying anyway. I don't think he's gonna stay
so
anyway.
I think his mind state is all. He said recently, for the first time, he's been very non-committal. But recently, after the Melo, I seen him say that OKC is someplace he could see himself staying for a long time. But I just hope, that MVP thing just kind of rubbed me a little wrong way as far as where your mind at with it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not you joined in the MVP for one. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then second, that shouldn't be what your main goal is right now, of course.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then the Cavs. Cavs.
LeBron fans hype again.
LeBron is the GM. Oof.
LeBron is GM of the year.
I didn't realize how many people got to the Cavs just because it's been so separated. To like last night when I was looking at their roster,
they have everybody. They get started. They get started number 5 and make the Eastern Conference playoffs with they 5 on the bench. They have They have the whole entire team from top to bottom.
They bench 5 definitely. They can definitely beat the Brooklyn Nets and a couple. Well, Brooklyn Nets has some players. I mean, not. But their second 5 definitely will be a playoff team in the East.
And I'm talking this way, not even taking Dwayne Wade into consideration, because Dwayne Wade 35. He's gonna probably play about 40 some games, if that. He can probably average around 10 to 15 minutes per game. He's there for the playoffs, and then imagine they getting a 7-game series with somebody. He's not gonna last. Dwayne Wade has no legs. He don't got no knees anymore. It's over. It's not all NBA first team D Wade when LeBron got to Miami in 2010. It's 35-year-old D Wade out the door with no kneecaps.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be. Unfortunately, or fortunately for them, the East is such a cakewalk.
Yeah. Exactly.
They just destined for the finals, at least the Eastern Conference Finals. But the crazy thing is, with just one player leaving, Kyrie, and them adding so many pieces, I think they're going to be worse this year than they are without Kyrie. Kyrie is a player you just can't replace. I don't care how many players you put there. It's Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? He hit big shots. He unafraid. So you can put 4 or 5 nice dudes. Now, D-Wade, I feel different when I woke up on it today. D-Wade, I think, is a huge addition.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
I think D-Wade is clutch.
Like, when they go to finals again,
he's not going to play the regular season like that. He in it for the long haul.
Klay Thompson's going to be going D-Wade in the final. D-Wade is going to be a non-factor. He can't shoot. He's not explosive. He's not going to be sitting there. He can't guard nobody. He's going to get exposed.
He just get it done.
Yeah, but
D-Wade get it done. And until I see otherwise in the playoffs, I think it's because they have all the players and talent, but they didn't have a clutch person to me. IT, I don't know. Jury's still out on him for me. I think IT, like I said with Paul George, he's going to be the thing I'm worried about with the Cavs. Him and his ego. Just seen today, he talking about he's going to come back and get 30.
He's out of his mind, too. He's 5'8", He's not whatever, man. He's not doing nothing in the 7-game series neither, man.
So I think he was a nice story as far as, a person bouncing from team to team and came and had a huge year. But if you looked at some of those games in the playoffs, I heard maybe yes, but you look at some of those games when he played against those top point guards.
Offensive liability, defensive liability, man.
Yeah, all that driving in the lane when we're not going to give you every foul. It just wasn't as effective. And, of course, he had his big games. He had his huge games. But he's going to do that. But I don't see him being that consistent. And I see him thinking he's one of those players who, I'm superstar, I've arrived.
No, I don't see him doing that because that's LeBron. He's not doing anything in that on LeBron's team.
Talking about you going to average 30 or you going to get 30.
You got to talk that. I'm coming back to the regular form, but he's not going to come in and actually sit there and try to do that. He's not.
I think he believes that. I don't think he was just talking.
He'd be out of here on the first day he's smoking.
I think he really believes that he, especially after the year, he just had a career year, especially having the year he just had. I think he really believes that, and I think he feels in a way he earned that I guess to an extent.
But all them on the court, like him, LeBron, D Rose, and Isaiah Thomas on the court at the same time. I don't know how that's gonna work. It's crazy how LeBron fans are so excited about D Rose now. Like, we got D Rose. And then last year when he was on the Knicks, it was haha, you got D Rose. He about to quit. D Rose went missing. Now D Rose got D Rose looking healthy now. D Rose is looking fit. Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, man. So I don't see how that's gonna work. It's gonna be tough in the playoffs. Forget the playoffs. They go into the finals. They're still not equipped to beat Golden State.
Yeah, I mean,
it all comes down to it.
Decent teams, pretty good teams, tinkering on the borderline in the East, but Cavs just got too much, and
and they got LeBron.
They're just gonna be ushered in, and I think with D Wade being there, I got them number one over this. I had the Celtics coming away with the East. You know what I'm saying? But with D Wade there, I don't know. I think I might have moved the Cavs back.
He's gonna get exposed. It's over. He's 30. He's gonna be 36 in January. He's gonna be 36. He's man. D Wade's not. He's going lower. It's getting worse and worse and worse. This shit he ain't getting no better.
He there for the clutch moment.
It's gonna be funny because you have the beginning of the season. These freshmen beginning of the season, everybody gonna be D Wade is looking cry, and then come. December is like D Wade out 12 games from a toenail clipping that traveled to his knee. Everything's gonna travel to his knee.
He gotta kill because with them outfits he be wearing, you can't have a bad game and wear them outfits to the podium. So he gotta kill. Like I said, we both think he's in it for the long haul.
He be wearing them slim ass suits to keep his knee in place. That's all.
I don't know what he be wearing, man. I can't even call it.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to go down that road.
Well, NBA around the corner. Beautiful, beautiful time. NFL, week 4.
Week 4.
Week 4.
AFC North matchup, rivalry week. Steelers versus Ravens.
Big game.
Huge game. Both of them coming off ugly losses.
Yeah.
Ugly losses.
Ravens look good. First 2 games, I don't know what happened.
But nah, I'm not gonna lie. The Ravens are actually surprising. They came off. They won their first 2 games.
Yeah, they looked good the first 2 games. But the defense was balling.
Yeah, defense looked like their defense again.
Yeah, the defense was balling.
I should look this up, of course, before the show. How does Terrell Suggs, Joe?
36-37
with an Achilles injury, and he's still out there looking like T Sizzle. That's crazy to me.
T Sizzle as a guy I root for. I like T Sizzle a lot.
Still putting pressure and still sacking them. He's still getting after. So that's what's up.
I heard Ray Lewis say something. We're gonna get to Ray Lewis later, but I heard Ray Lewis say something on NFL Films today, talking about they got the news about what your president, not talking about you, but your president said right before the game, and that's all they was talking about before the game, and he was telling them, y'all got to get ready and hit somebody. So I don't know if maybe for the Ravens that might have been a distraction. Cause
I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear that bullshit, especially come from no damn Ray Lewis. That's the reason why. I think the reason why is because the damn game was in London.
Yeah, now he didn't say that was the reason. That was just something he just said.
A distraction.
He just said it like he was just talking, and he just said it. And in my head, I thought maybe
if there was a distraction, was his coon ass on the field with both knees. They probably were looking at him like, yo, they probably on the field defensively like, yo, you see Rainer in height, and they looking back and the play done ran already. That's the only distraction. But other than that, I think they had a crazy game like that because it was London. Jacksonville done been out there like 4 years in a row. They equipped to going to they kind of used to going out there. And Jacksonville, like we said, we both agree that they surprisingly good this year.
Jacksonville, that's like their home out there.
And they got a good defensive team, but that London game did them. There was a lot of jet lag involved and all that, so I think that's what it was.
Yeah, usually those London games go with that kind of way. Who you got winning that Steelers Ravens?
Steelers Ravens. I got the Ravens. I got the Ravens because Big Ben on the road. He's totally different. He's a totally different person on the road than what he is at home. And then he hasn't won in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the Steelers haven't won the last 5 out of 6. And the only time they did one, this dude was in the game. Charlie Batch. Big Ben was hurt, so Big Ben lost his last 5 in Baltimore, and I don't see him winning this week.
It's weird. I gotta go Steelers because for no reason, but they just got so many weapons. It's just not making sense. For some reason, Ben Roethlisberger a little bit to me just looks a little out of it. I generally think he's one of the most overrated players of all time, but that's a whole nother discussion.
I don't know about that, but yeah. But yeah, speaking of him looking out of it, he looks like maybe at the end of the year last year, he was talking about he wasn't sure if he was going to retire. Now, a lot of thinking. He's looking like he got a picture of his daughter in his locker room, like before practice, and thinking about, damn, I should be at home right now, because he's looking like, I don't want to. Yeah, it's not looking like Big Ben at all. He got that Brandon Marshall feel to me. Like, it's looking like you got to go home, man. Go get your kids from school, pick them up, man, because. But on the road, the last 5 games on the road. Actually, let me start off at home. Let me show the difference between Big Ben at home and the road. Last 5 on home, he's 72%, 14 TDs, 3 interceptions, 75.2 QBR. Last 5 on the road, 60%, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 47.8 QBR. Yeah, that's 90 days.
That's real stinky.
They coming both back to back on the road too. Another. This is their second game on the road. You already know how to give it up in the NFL with that one.
It's just like Ravens should definitely win. I wouldn't say should definitely win, but Ravens, home and come. But it's just so many weapons there. It's just I'm just waiting for it to wake up. I figure Le'Veon, with the holdout, that's how it always happens when the player holds out. Start off slow, if at all, get back to regular playing speed that year. So I figured that, but there's just so many weapons there. They got to get it going, man.
But they Ravens is back to the top-notch elite defense too. And Big Ben's not mobile as he used to be. They're gonna get after with the pass rush. It looks like Le'Veon Bell is in preseason mode. It's like his first game was the first preseason, second game, so he's getting it back little by little. But it's kind of bad timing with his Ravens defense, C.J. Mosley and T. Sizzle and they front seven. And Big Ben, how Big Ben is on the road. Rivalry game, they real familiar with each other. They've been doing this for years. I think Ravens gonna pull out a low scoring game.
Raiders, Broncos. Broncos at home.
My man Khalil Mack versus Von Miller. Broncos at home.
Von picking it up. Had a little slow start as far as sack wise. But he picking it up the last couple of weeks.
They ain't same. I'm not bugging. Yeah, they ain't same division. Broncos.
Division
rivalry. So they get another game familiar with each other. Both of them coming off losses too.
Raiders got just beat up. From start to finish of that game, they just got beat up. I expect them to, even though they're away, I'm going with the away team again. I'm going Raiders. For another similar reason. Just those weapons have to. The Trevor Siemian kid, I'm not so. I just can't see the Raiders, especially the week they had. They're not gonna do that 2 weeks in a row.
Nah, but it's not even about that. Because the Raiders in their run game is looking like, I don't know what anybody was expecting with Beast Mode coming back, but it's looking like the Broncos run. They got the number 1 run stop defense in the league. Broncos done gave up 56 rush yards to Melvin Gordon, 8 to your man Zeke, and 21 to Shady last week. Marshawn Lynch is not gonna have a good week. If they run by a committee, I don't think they're gonna have a good week. And Crabtree's nursing a little quad injury. They don't know about his status. I'm not sure if he's gonna play this week or not. And you already know about the Broncos defense and their secondary. And they home, they gonna run all over the Raiders. They gonna run all over. They back at home. Raiders another team.
Raiders D is shaky.
Yeah, they only got Khalil Mack. They got Khalil Mack tearing things up, and other than that, like we said before, it's not too much after that. And I think one of their secondaries are hurt. And then Denver got Emmanuel Sanders. They got Mary Thompson outside, and C.J. Anderson out there looking real shady, looking out the real shifty again. So I think they're gonna pull out a home.
You know him. He start off like that.
Yeah, he started off and he's injury prone. As long as he stay healthy.
Under on 10 games for him. I mean, I don't wish injury on nobody, but if I just had to go with the under on 10 games. The Raiders, the offensive line, I don't know what's up. A couple of offensive lines saying with the Cowboys have not been what they supposed to be, but I just don't. The Trevor Siemian kid, he had a huge game against us, the Cowboys, but I just don't trust him like that. I just don't trust him like that. And I just figure the Raiders, they have to. If they're going to be those Super Bowl contenders that we expect them to be, they got to win games like this on the road at a big division rivalry at one of the hardest places to play in the NFL. They just must.
They're going to come up short again, though. Back-to-back, like I said, second game again, and then back-to-back on the road. they can't run the ball to begin with, and they won't run the ball on Denver at home. They could give Carson time in the pocket, but they run blocking is not all that.
Speed through the Cowboys real quick. You know, I always got to talk about my boy. 2-1. Dak played amazing in that game against.
I don't say he played amazing. He broke a couple of plays out the pocket. He scrambled.
Showed very
nice throw.
Championship mentality, a winning mentality.
Offensive line, all line got back to regular stuff. Z got back to his regular form and all that. That's what it was.
Zeke had a decent. For the most part, they bottled him up. But he played decent. But we got the Rams coming up this week. Rams, which leads the NFL in points. They just been racking them up with their new coach over there.
That's inflated from that Thursday game with the 49ers.
Well, the first game, what did they score the first? They scored a 40-something in the first game too. They've been racking it up. Yeah, they average.
Yeah, because they got the talent. So, they been getting low draft picks since forever now, and they got their quarterback and they got the talent outside with what's my man name? Sammy Watkins and young boy Cup. You already know Todd Gurley there, so they starting to groove. And then Golf getting into his little groove, he's starting to put things together.
Yeah, no, I had a big shout out to that head coach over there.
You know, anybody got a chance in that Cowboys secondary. You know how that goes. So,
so Todd Gurley, who was Player of the Month.
He was Player of the Month?
Yeah, he just got announced today, Player of the Month.
Yeah.
He also said that
I'm not surprised.
He told Mike Orban he's gonna whip on them boys, talking about us. But you know who else was? You know his defensive player? Yeah, that's what he told. We love the bulletin board material. He didn't learn from y'all coach, but you know his defensive player of the month, right?
No, I can't front. Like like, stop. He's good now. D-Law, I can't front.
Good.
D-Law.
Good is an understatement.
He's alright. We'll see.
He's alright.
Justin, like he has no film. Like he's been in the league since 2015. This is coming out party. Now he's on film. We'll see what offense make the adjustments to add the help. But
David Irvin come back next week.
I was about to say I getting held back. All y'all suspended knuckleheads is coming back from getting suspended and all that. So and then that's what's missing from your defense. Honestly, all y'all pass rush dudes.
For the record, David Irvin, my man, he got suspended for a pre-workout drink. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here with these NFL rules, but his agent got to be on that. But it's going to be a tough game, but I expect our secondary is still a little bit beat up. Very, very young. Jordan Lewis, second game, looked very good, number 27.
Whoever that is.
Tackler.
These
boys gonna make. You said the same thing about Jalen Smith, and you know he lead my boys in tackling. Tackles for the year. So
that's the linebacker.
Mm-hmm. They gonna. I'm telling you.
He's not. I mean, he leads the Cowboys in tackling, but like whatever. Like somebody gotta lead him in tackling.
Malik Collins, another two that I told you watch out about. He had 2 sacks last game. These boys is coming.
I give D-Lo. Jaylen Brown, like he's come back from the injury. He still look like he's trying to find his groove. That's what I was trying to say, allude to. But Sean, what's his name? The other linebacker.
Sean Lee. The best linebacker in the NFL. He's the best linebacker in the NFL.
Saying stuff like I understand this is when the unbiased part is supposed to kick in right here.
Who better than Sean Lee?
Everybody. There's a few linebackers.
Ooh.
Luke Kuechly's better than Sean Lee. Bobby Wagner's better than Sean Lee.
Bobby Wagner can't play the coverage like Sean Lee. And Sean Lee his IQ is.
Sean Lee's Mr. Glass. That's why I was asking the outside now. He was middle linebacker, couldn't see in the damn game.
2 years.
He's good though. They're trying to knock his skill. He could play, but that's the league.
Let's talk about the Giants. What's happening?
Same old trouble. But nah though. It's a little bright spot. We lost the game on a 61-yard. 7th longest field goal in NFL history, man.
Just let me know when the bright spot.
The bright spot is our offense is starting to cook. You know when mom does his cooking, you go in the kitchen, you lift the pie. Oh, that shit about to be ready. Starting to cook right now. You seen this? You seen Young Shep. You even seen Brandon Marshall look like he want to get out of retirement. And then Odell's Odell. You know what I mean? And if we get anything that resembles the run game, since haven't been there since fucking Lamar Bradshaw have been in the damn Giants uniform, we starting to be alright. Our defense is still there. You know what I mean? Our defense is our defense. We all know about them. But our offense still it's starting to cook. And I see it getting together against this week against the the Buccaneers. You know, Jameis like we said in the first show. I said in the first show, I expect him to take the next step. But you said 1 more year. You look like you're right.
1 more.
Cause he's still doing those stupid ass Mark Sanchez interceptions, yo.
Yeah, I don't know what's
I can't. I just don't understand that about Jameis. I want him to win so bad, but like when he finally put it together, I think we gonna see his potential and see what we've been talking about with Jameis with his greatness. But as of right now, he's still looking like
intangibles. It's gonna come together.
But I just don't it's something I wouldn't do, and I didn't play quarterback at recess. I wouldn't throw these damn picks. It's like, yo, how you throwing that ball that way?
You know what I realized, or I was thinking about looking at Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford is a vet, just now peaking, but he's been in the league for whatever many years. So with quarterbacks, Jameis is still very, very young. Very, very, quarterbacks is playing down till 40 and looking great with Tom and Drew. So, to think that Jameis and Dak Prescott, these kids is 24, 25, in a way they ahead of schedule.
Yeah,
it's scary.
Yeah, I got to calm down. So I got to take a step back. I want for Jameis so bad, and then it's like, yo, I see him through these throws. It's like, oh my God, what the hell are you doing, man? But you're right though. But he's looking crazy. I expect him to make a couple of mistakes on Sunday. We're gonna get back to our 1-3, one game at a time. I'm in the locker room now. I'm talking locker room talk. One game at a time. We ain't worried about nothing else. We ain't worried about Denver and whatever week we got them on. We ain't worried about that second Cowboy game. We ain't worried about no division games. We worried about Sunday against Tampa Bay. We got this, man. Eli.
I mean, of course,
Hall of Fame.
Oh man.
Yeah. What? Hall of Famer. Future Hall of Famer.
Of course. No, he's not going to the Hall of Fame.
Listen,
that's the crazy
part. He
got 2 Super Bowl rings. He's not.
There's no quarterback that's top 10 in yards and top 10 in touchdowns thrown, along with those 2 Super Bowls. That's not in. My man's getting the gold jacket.
And top 3 in interceptions.
Yeah, Brett Favre, all-time leader in interceptions.
Brett Favre threw a whole lot of touchdowns.
He did. Eli got 2.
Well, I picked the Bucs, of course, in my pick 'em. I can't pick the Giants ever. But I expect y'all to win just because you can't go on for it. Nothing more than that. I don't think y'all better. I think, like I said, and I'm about to give you a couple. I took a couple notes while I was watching the game, the Giants game. And I'm telling you, I don't know why I'm trying to help you, but
hold on. Long as the first note that Macadoodle got to go, then we on the same page, man. That should be the first one.
I'm trying to tell you, like I said, and I'm gonna repeat, Eli, McAdoo, Odell gotta go. They gotta go.
I know you seen Odell on Sunday, man.
This is the
I
trap.
See my man
this is what
Sunday.
I love about. I'm gonna go right to
the
Odell.
Most electrifying.
Why he gotta go? Odell was hot, right? He had 2 touchdowns.
The most electrifying player in the NFL. I mean, The Rock.
2 touchdowns. That's how y'all keep doing it.
Now.
That was a good thing, right? He killed. Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
Odell, Rocky Maivia.
In my notes, when I watch the game and I look at the tape,
electrifying.
Odell.
Electrifying.
On the very first drive, on the 3rd down, big 3rd down conversion to get the chains moving, start off the game good. Drop. Wide open drop. Drive over, Philly comes, scores, get it. You know what I'm saying? Odell, 3rd quarter, it's 14-0. First down drop. That was a huge play.
First down. How is first down drop a huge? A first down drop a huge play.
This
is what I'm talking about. First down drop a huge play.
It was a deep ball.
All right.
It would have been a huge play. Odell drops it. 14-0. Yada yada. Now Odell gets the touchdown. Right here we go. That's the Odell. I think it was one-handed, right?
It was to shoot the corner, back off his leg, off the ankle, hit the shoelace, tied the shoelace corners again.
That's
the
how
corner.
He finesses y'all. What do you do right after that?
Electrifying.
What do you do right after that?
What do you do after? Oh, alright.
15-yard penalty. Gosh darn it. 15-yard penalty. Then he goes on the sideline.
Like this is what I say. I'm with you, Odell. I'm with you for the antics. You can do whatever, but get the fuck out of here with that stupid ass. Like, come on,
this is what you're gonna have to take with Odell. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is why you gotta cut ties. It's never gonna stop. So this is what happens. I get the one-handed touchdown. Ooh, the Giants fans love that one-handed touchdown, boy. You get the one-handed touchdown, then you get the flag. Odell. You just gotta be Odell.
It wasn't cool, cuz.
So he gets a second touchdown. Woo! Odell, y'all. Again, Odell got 2 touchdowns. He's killing.
Yeah, it's only 2 touchdowns in the game.
I watched the whole game like it was
touchdowns.
tape. So you know what happened? It's a close game now. It's tied up. Y'all driving. Deep ball to get into field goal position and win the game. Offensive pass interference. Number 13. You're out of first down range. It's over. You give the ball back to Philly. You know what happened. Who caused that play? Odell.
It's crazy.
This is what you're going to get all the time. He cannot do good without doing bad.
It's so funny how you got all these notes in your game. That means you watch the game and you didn't jot down how McAdoodle.
It's huge play.
How McAdoodle
look, I got right here. It's just you started with Odell because he killed.
You started with Odell.
Toss play on 3rd and 1 when y'all got stopped. That's McAdoo. Then on right before halftime, a pass play on 3rd and goal and on the 1. And then tried to run it. It was over.
Yo, we lost.
So yeah, McAdoo,
this is why we lost. This is why we lost.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't kick the 2 field goals, 2 chip-ins, and we lost by 3 points. That's why we lost the game. McAdoodle got it.
So the offensive pass interference by Odell,
that's not why we lost the game. No. We left 6 points on the field.
Just like y'all going to Miami and then going to cold Green Bay is not why y'all lost either, right?
Man.
Y'all keep making excuses for him. Y'all keep making excuses.
What does that mean 4 or 5 days later? What does that mean?
The funny thing is, I don't want to do this to Odell, but watch. These little examples are going to happen often. It's going to happen, if not every week, every other. He's going to score a touchdown, he's going to do something, then he's going to do something for y'all to lose the game. It's just what you get with him. So it's just,
Yeah, as long as it's not getting what y'all getting from Dez, I'll take that any day.
A touchdown?
What? It's over for Dez.
A touchdown? He got a touchdown.
Red zone targets.
The name of the game is to score points. That's what Dez did. He scored points.
And if that's the case, my man had 2 of them things last week.
Between Dez and
2 of them things last week.
The difference between Dez and your man is Dez is really a team player. So, like, for example, when Dez used to get slapped for yelling at the sideline and looking, the media spinning it like he a heathen and he going crazy and he a team. No, he's on the sideline. Let's go. What was your man on the sideline doing last week? He's talking to Philly fans. He just scored a touchdown. He not nowhere near his team. He talking to Philly fans dancing. I seen the audio on inside there. He going, I'm a rock star. Talking
to Philly.
Where your team at? You don't got the secret handshakes with your homies.
With 2 touchdowns, his teammates was obviously with him in Miami. I mean, it's not like they dislike. It's not like he's causing disruptions in locker rooms. It's like nobody dislikes him or nothing like that. He's still out there grabbing 2 touchdowns a game. Eli numbers look completely different without him on the field. The Giants' offense look completely different without him on the field. Everything's all right. So everything's good. 1-3 this week.
Y'all have to. I can't see 0-4. So, quick shout out. Deshaun Watson.
Yes, sir.
Seen a great thing. He donated his first check to some of the women that work in their cafeteria. And if you don't know, he plays for the Houston Texans. So what happened in Houston, he donated his first game check as a rookie to 3 of the women that worked there that helped him out.
That was so fire to me.
Great kid. Great kid. So definitely want to highlight that.
Another highlight we want to get out to Young Bronx Bomber. All rise. Young Aaron George breaking Marvin Wyatt rookie home run record, tying it up and breaking in the same game with the 49th and 50th.
Yeah, man, I like what I'm seeing with him. And
perfect timing.
It's coming along. Perfect timing.
Right,
Bryce, hurry up.
Yep. Word, right.
This dynasty started.
Real.
Sports politics. I don't feel like this because I'm just so sick and tired of it. Alright, so this is when we get into the sports politics part of it. And unfortunately,
you gotta touch this based on a hot topic. We ain't gonna skip over it, even though,
we don't want to because, that is part of,
try to stay on the field with it, but.
Yeah. And, for me, with, your president, that's what he likes. They just keep these conversations of hate and negativity going. And I'm just tired of talking about it. I'm tired of seeing it. But we're going to try to come at it with just a tad bit of a different angle of things we've seen. I don't know if you want to slightly go over, what's going on and
Yeah, you probably kind of heard my age before, cause it's okay, and now it's okay. Now it's okay to desecrate the flag and disrespect the flag because the president came out and said some more dumb shit. Now it's okay.
What's crazy, and since we brought up the flag, and we're not gonna get too deep into it because really, I'm coming to realize we just talking on deaf ears. People just want to be hateful, and they just gonna find any reason, and a person can tell you 100 times, hey, it has nothing to do with the flag, but they still gonna go, you're disrespecting the flag. So, what's funny about the flag, right, and the whole disrespecting the military and things like this is Trump disrespected McCain, who was in the military. Trump has never fought in the military.
A war veteran. A war veteran.
War veteran, and he said he's not a hero. Why is he a hero? And I quote, he's a hero because he was captured. Excuse me. I like people that weren't captured. End quote. So that to me, that's disrespecting the military. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from a person who was never in the military. And what's funny about what I realized about this whole narrative of disrespecting the flag and disrespecting the military? That's coming from nobody who's in the military.
Nobody.
That's like if people say you disrespecting the fallen soldiers, they told you that. How are we getting all these quotes from the military? And the military had, I don't know if you remember last year, Kaepernick's jerseys skyrocketed at one point, and there was a campaign, Military for Kaepernick, where military members was wearing his jersey all throughout the world, showing, no, we're not fighting for you guys to kill each other. We have another enemy. So it's crazy with this whole thing of disrespecting the military.
Everybody's so upset and everybody's so riled up. The same people who said nothing about the NFL charging the military to come on the field and for recruitments.
It's crazy.
The same exactly who's going throughout all this disrespecting the military, and have these people come on the field and charge them for marketing to get recruitments.
So every time you were seeing, military members come on the field before the game, and the jets fly past, and the huge flag comes out to take over the whole field. The NFL was charging the military to do that.
Yep.
They wasn't, and until they got exposed last year because of Colin Kaepernick and what was going on, they decided now they're not going to charge the military. And it's crazy. One more point we not going because
after they got exposed.
After they got exposed, yeah. And really deaf ears because if you're one of those people saying the flag, you just saying that. But the hippies used to burn the flag during the Vietnam War.
And they draft cards.
There was never a narrative of we gonna send you back, because for some reason people think we from Africa.
We from.
Africa. I could just go to Africa right now and they're gonna be like, yo, Demetrius, what's happening?
Every time they want to issue fix, or it's go to the politician, what's going on? We at the local town meeting, we fight. We call this. So if you want a problem, just go back. Mm-hmm. You don't America, love it or leave it. Right.
So I just want to speak on really quickly, as far as this whole thing and what's going on. I want us to just keep in mind that all this, to me, is just like finding ways of separation, somehow to separate us with this hate. And when you think about in the world and with human beings, music and sports is the only thing, not the only, but the biggest thing where I don't have to know you at all. And I don't even care anything about your background, your color, your religion, and nothing. But if you rep my team, or we rep the same team, or even if we like the same sport, we could get along and do this sport, or So now we trying to divide that. You know what I'm saying? And biggest for me is what I feel like I'm seeing is like this inner war within our black community. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And when I say black, I mean Black, Spanish, Caribbean, any minority, because I'm from the Bronx, so nobody can tell me I'm not half Puerto Rican, half Dominican.
The only difference is where the boat got dropped off.
Exactly.
The only difference.
Exactly. Real talk.
I get confused.
So I just real quick want to speak on this inner war that I do not want to happen. So, this man, your president, demeans these NFL players, and then I see on social media, some of our black leaders who I love and admire, but they have huge followings on social media, kind of putting pressure on NFL players y'all better do this, or if y'all don't do this, y'all this. You know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't do that to each other. I see all these memes and these criticism on social media from people. And the funny thing about it, and we not thinking about it, we only criticizing black players. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy thing about it. I'm not seeing memes.
I agree 100% with you. I don't knock any player who wasn't taking the knee, who didn't participate. I'm not gonna knock you. If you didn't want to do it, I'm not gonna knock you. And if that was the case, you got other ex-athletes on Twitter, on their social media sites, condemning black athletes who's not getting involved, and other people and other black people who's condemning other black people that's not boycotting, that's still watching and still participating in fantasy. No, I don't agree with that neither. But I don't agree. But I understand we shouldn't have a divide between amongst us all. We shouldn't come out and criticize us for. But we got fools out here like Ray Lewis come out here speaking nonsense like that. We can't sit back in silence and watch him continue and be a voice for us. Because that's not the real voice of the black community when he's sitting there talking like this. He's sitting there talking about, I didn't march with the police. I didn't been in the hoods with the kids. I didn't talk to the police. There's been no way I can sit there and talk to those people and work with those people and kneel for the flag. But the same reason you marching with them, and then pointed out how he marched with Trayvon Martin's mother and his family, and that's the exactly reason why Colin Kaepernick was kneeling in the first goddamn place. He's sitting there kneeling exactly why. What happened to George Zimmerman? What happened to the cops with the Freddie Gray in Baltimore? What happened with Mike Davis? What happened with Orlando Castile? That's exactly why. And so him sit there and come out and say, I can't do it because I felt to these people, and that's the exact reason why Colin Kaepernick started this in the first place. It's like, come on, we can't sit back and let him sit there and say this nonsense and not say nothing. So I'm saying we shouldn't be divided, but we're not gonna sit here and let Ray Lewis be the voice for us, and with him saying and with nonsense like that. No way in hell. Yeah, and that's where the divide comes from.
Ray Lewis right now.
Out of his damn mind.
I'm torn with Ray Lewis because he's definitely doing a lot of clown shit right now. He's all over the place. He's playing both sides of the fence, but not to even say playing both sides of the fence as if this whole choose a side thing. But I'm trying not to forget what Ray Lewis things he's done, and I'm trying not to forget he has been a person of the Baltimore community throughout the years. So I'm trying not to forget that. At the same token, like I said, I can't right now. I don't know what's up with him. He's lost. Only thing I could think, only kind of way I come up with something is, we might know Ray Lewis beat a case. He beat a murder case. And the only thing I could think is, since he beat that, he feels some type of loyalty to the owner for them sticking behind him, and that's his just first priority. I don't, but I'm 100% with you. We can't have, my biggest problem with Ray Lewis though is him also creating that narrative of disrespecting the flag. So him saying that because for the 8 million time, it's not about disrespecting the flag. You know what's funny? Speaking of, matter of fact, you know what's funny? We come from the inner city. You know what that sound like a lot? Gang culture to me.
Exactly. They're the biggest gang. That's funny. You absolutely right.
It sound like gang. What's the difference between red, blue flag, American flag? You not repping with us? Or we going, you know what I'm saying? What's the difference? These boys out here killing for the American flag to steal oil and things like that. Ain't no different from a drug war.
Yeah, the same people.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want to touch real quick on a couple more things real quick about the inner war. I just want us to be very knowledgeable about this because I seen it was killing me all weekend. If we was making it to a point where a person was going to lose regardless. I seen a person hold up their fist, and I seen someone say, well, why didn't he kneel? You know what I'm saying? Then I seen the person kneel. Then I seen the person, well, why did they play? They shouldn't play. You know what I'm saying? I think we have this thought that these football players are these super rich people and they could just forfeit. They got the millions. And we forget that there might be a rookie who is undrafted, just got on a team because of injuries. This is his first check. You know what I'm saying? He got 2 kids and a wife. You know, he can't afford to risk it. So if he want to stand there because he can't afford to risk his check, I'm all for that. We got to understand as black people, we go through racism all the time in our workplace. You know what I'm saying? At some point, if not frequently. And we don't just get up and walk out because you got to pay whatever you got to pay that next month.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want us to have more empathy for these players. They're going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? You don't think they want to be like, F this, I'm out of here. But it's just not that way. It just can't be that way. And I think one other thing I want to say is we must, the same accountability we hold for them, we got to hold for the white players. Because that's what's really going to change things. As long as, unfortunately, it's at a point where the entire black players in the NFL can kneel, and America will still look at it like a black problem.
We can't really, not really, because it's not their fight. We can sit there and knock them for not. Don't act stupid. Don't act like you don't know what the hell is going on. But not sit there and fight. You can't sit there and expect them to fight for like we would.
But no, but that's the whole point of this whole thing of if it's unity and humans and it's like they are supposed to fight.
Yeah, you're right. But first they have to acknowledge it. You don't see nobody acknowledging.
Well, I want to shout out Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Definitely give him a big shout out. He said recently they have a game tonight that he wants everybody in the stands to lock arms. And really, that's just exposing.
But like all this locking arm and kneeling for, like, nobody would be doing this if Cap didn't do it for why he's doing, for the injustices of black people in America. Nobody be sitting here locking arms, kumbaya, kneeling, double kneeling. None of it if it wasn't for Cap. Now everybody wants to sit there and lock arms and kneel and all that. Before was the problem, but now since the president came out and said something that said something divisive for the country and what's been going on in recent months and all that, now everybody want to get together and kneel for that. Nah, what about the kneeling for what the original kneeling was to begin with? So if you wasn't kneeling before, I don't want to see you kneeling either before, kneeling now. But if you are, but whatever, I'm not gonna say nothing crazy.
I mean, it's unfortunate, you know, that we didn't full force have Cap back when it was supposed to happen. But it ain't never a wrong time to do right. You know what I'm saying? For me, and so
it's not wrong, but it's just not what we started the kneeling for. It's a totally different reason now, and it's taking the focus off what originally was going on in the first place.
No, I agree. But all right, for instance, when the Cowboys did it at first, you know, I had kind of that. But for me, when I thought about it the next day, I liked it because, unfortunately, people not going to just go, matter of fact, you're right, this country's messed up, they're killing people, you're 100% right, it's unequal, we're going to give you something. No. So, unfortunately, it has to be a middle where it's like, alright, and so that's why I appreciate at least the start of some middle ground than nothing. Unfortunately, the narrative keeps getting spent, and Kaepernick was highlighting unjust and equal, you know, things with black people and the cops killing the blacks. But unfortunately, it has to get to a middle ground for me.
I don't want the middle ground. I want to go back to the beginning of the ground why Cap was kneeling in the first place. Don't sit there and push that to the background. Don't not acknowledge that. Don't not admit to that. Don't sweep that under the rug and get back to everybody. Get back to that first and then admit that, like, help out with that problem, like change something with that systemically, and then let's start. All right, and then let us know that you working with us.
For me, I think the pressure must go, because we putting the pressure on ourselves already. The pressure must go to the white players because it will continually be a black problem just as long as it's only black. But if white players do it, then other whites are going to go, Aaron Rodgers, I like him. Let me listen to what he got to say. You know, Matt Ryan, I like him. Let me listen to what he got to say. They not going to listen to who's a black marquee, anybody. I'm just thinking of Cowboys right now. You know, I'm always thinking Odell Beckham just because he's a marquee guy. If he do it, they're not going to listen to him. But if one of those if Eli Manning says it, or does something, or some form of a gesture, they're gonna listen to it. So that's why I feel like we have to put that same pressure that we do on the black players on the white players.
Absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying? And just one other thing I want to say, and then we off this. You know what I'm saying? Things that like bother me is like Ben Roethlisberger. You know, Mike Tomlin, I thought, did a great decision where he didn't have his team come on the field because he didn't want this. He didn't want everybody analyzing what his players did, who held the fist, who didn't, who's for the cause, who's not for the cause. So he held all his players, and then Ben Roethlisberger comes out and later says he can't sleep after not standing. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that angers me because I got an aunt. My cousin was killed from the police. That was 20 years ago. She can't sleep. Mm-hmm. So you talking about you can't sleep because you didn't stand for a flag. We can't sleep for all the stuff that go on around here.
We haven't
for years.
We haven't slept. We don't sleep. We haven't slept in years.
So I just want us to put the same pressure and the same focus on these type of Ben Roethlisbergers and these players, because I guarantee you, if they mind change, so will a fan base mind change. You know what I'm saying? And it could be an Antonio Brown, but it'll be so different if it comes from a Ben Roethlisberger. That's just how it is.
Well, big bathroom Roethlisberger keep his opinions and keep his own. I don't care about no big bathroom Roethlisberger, his touchy-feely self.
All right, we off that, man. We so done with that, man. It's over. No more. Pick of the week, yeah.
Pick of the week. House money pick. All right. I want to apologize. I want to sit there and apologize. I know I've been messing up rent money. I've been going against the grain, doing things I'm not supposed to. But now I'm not even talking about rent money. We're gonna change the Big F house money pick of the week. We're gonna change it to Uncle Pete TV money. Uncle Pete Soul Food TV money. Get that money. Get the mattress money to get rent money. Pay the rent. Don't skip rent 2 months in a row and have the manager send you a letter. Get the money Uncle Pete left in the TV. Big Mama got under the mattress. And bet that on the under of the Ravens-Baltimore game. It's 42 right now. I don't know what's going to be by Sunday. Bet the under. Rivalry, divisional game, defense, and more defense.
Yeah, man. I got to get this done, man.
Got to.
Another success. I want to say to you, happy birthday. Your birthday coming up, my brother.
The 4th and that Libra stuff. I don't even know nothing about Libras. I just know I'm one and I'm supposed to say stuff like that.
Yeah. So definitely.
Yes, sir.
Big week. Cowboys 3-1. John, y'all bet not go on 4.
1-3. One at a time. We in the locker room. The locker room talk, baby. 1-3. We not worried about nothing else. We not worried about going 0-4.
I'm just focused on my team and 3-1.
Yeah.
I want to say, I really want to appreciate everybody who's been hollering at me, contacting us.
We appreciate all the love,
the likes, a lot of love. Definitely,
the subscriptions and all that, the views and all that,
We want to encourage you to subscribe and comment and anything. It's only going to grow every week. More interactive stuff and things like that. So that's it, right?
That's it. 1-3. We back.
I hope so, man. Love, man. Appreciate y'all. Love.
One time.
Too real.
Peace.